favourites coming into tonight's match. The Roosters will be looking to find some form before the finals. Our coverage begins after the news. Meanwhile, the Panthers have pounced right on cue and believe they're now poised to give the finals a major shake after downing the Storm overnight.
The Panthers back in Sydney. The Panthers back in the comp.
I felt like we can do something special, and I think that's the belief for the players as well.
After consecutive losses, Penrith was fading in 2018. With two players sent to the sin bin and hammered 11-4 in the penalty count, the Mountain Men proved they are far from a spent force. With the finals next up.
Now for Blake. Blake away down the sideline. Blake gives the pass off. The Panthers are in.
Happy we're there and we're happy we're playing ball now, and we'll give ourselves every shot no matter where or who we're playing.
Serraldo was thrown into the fire a month out from the finals when replacing Anthony Griffin, but the players say he can handle the heat and the role long term.
Blake's there! Blake will score!
If he wants to take that job, or if he's offered that job, so look, I can't wrap him enough. He's done a wonderful job. A lot of the trust from the players, and obviously there's been a bit going on off the field, and I think he's held us down really well.
In Brisbane,
how he's going?
Trent Barrett held his last pre-match media conference as Manly coach.
There's been a lot said about my situation, but I think, I don't want that to be the focus for tomorrow.
And in Simon Mannering's 300th game for the club, the Warriors held off the Raiders 20 points to 16.
If I'm honest, I didn't think we played our best footy.
Rob Canning, NBN News.
There were emotional scenes on the Gold Coast this afternoon as Jonathan Thurston took the field for his final game in the NRL. The champion halfback was greeted by his family as well as great mate Cam Smith before the start of the match. There was an awkward moment as the crowd stood for the entire 7th minute to applaud Thurston, but he was stuck behind the line after a Titans try. But the Cowboys have some work to do. The Titans lead 20-12 with the second half now underway. The Giants will have some tough selection choices next week as a host of stars, including Toby Green, return from injury, ahead of the side's third straight finals campaign.
Got 5 or 6 players who have been injured and can come in and play a role for us, and they're 5 or 6 players who are probably now starting 22 as well, which is very important for us. And obviously Toby has that X factor that all teams need, and especially us. So we've probably missed a guy like that in our forward line.
The Swans host the Giants in an elimination final next week at the SCG. In just a moment, Ash Barty charges into the 4th round as Serena gets the better of Venus. And the final chapter in first chapter in Usain Bolt's A-League trial, does he have what it takes?
When you need real food in a hurry, you don't have to compromise on quality or taste. Lean Cuisine's meals are created by nutritionists and chefs, so you can be sure there's a variety and taste for every night of the week. Try Lean Cuisine today.
Check out this great value gifts for that, all under $50.
Hot light, only $35. Wooden planter, just $28.95.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just the beginning, that's our policy.
I'm a mine manager from the Central Coast.
Diesel mechanic, Mudgee.
I'm an environmental scientist from Newcastle.
I'm a pilot and I fly out of Narrabri.
I'm an engineer from Parks.
And I'm a Sparky from Cessnock.
It takes a lot of people in a lot of different jobs to keep our mines working. Thousands of people in thousands of jobs right across New South Wales. Mining, good for jobs, good for New South Wales.
This is Ubu. He's called Ubu because his 1.5-year-old owner, Ollie Woodman, can't quite say monkey yet. Ubu had a cold night on the front lawn of the house 6 doors down. But he's okay now because the local postie, Todd Thorogood, knows both Ollie and Ubu. So today, he's not only delivering the local mail, but delivering Ubu back to his house on Wellington Crescent.
At the Burton Family Toyota, you'll always feel welcome.
You can relax with the dealership team
That understands your needs.
Our priority is to offer better service and better value with no pressure.
The Burton Family, Maitland and Port Stevens Toyota.
marks and the instructions, Harold. I think that fit. Where's A5? This is ridiculous. Where are the words?
When you need to snap out of it, have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
That's why I need the Nick Scali Spring Sale on now. Up to half price off selected items. Save up to half price. The Nick Scali Spring Sale on now.
Scratch that one.
That one there.
One left.
Bring instant joy to Dad's Day with instant scratches.
Who is the modern man? He's kind, respectful, stands up for what's right, shows no fear, not one worry. The modern man's actions speak louder than words.
Look close. There's a side to Werther's you may have never noticed. Delicious chewy toffees and chocolate-filled eclairs. For the caramel lover in you, discover Werther's original caramels.
Serena Williams has made a statement at the US Open and in practice. 4-set. It doesn't get any more frightening than this. Formula One driver Marcus Ericsson has lost control of his car at 350 kilometres an hour, smashing into the barriers and flipping twice at the Italian Grand Prix. Incredibly, he walked away from the crash unharmed and is hoping to compete in qualifying tonight. Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel topped the timesheet in practice. Give me 4 months and I'll be up to speed. That was the message from Usain Bolt after his first outing for the Central Coast Mariners. The sprint champion had plenty of touches in his 20 minutes on the pitch, but left a lot to be desired with his finesse and fitness.
The world's fastest man can't escape his newest legion of fans. The Mariners faithful hanging around well after full time to get up close to the lightning bolt.
Usain, Manchester United needs you.
It wasn't Manchester United, but it was a start. Wearing number 95, a nod to his 100-metre world record time of 9.58 seconds, Usain Bolt, the soccer player, was born.
Still can't quite believe it's happening, but Usain Bolt is a footballer.
His touches varied. Some were mistimed, while others showed promise.
I was making the plays in my head before I actually got the ball, so that's what I'm saying. I gotta learn and understand, and I'll get better.
Playing left wing, Bolt competed for balls in the box and even had a few scoring chances, but his lack of fitness affected his positioning.
Do not ever ask anybody to do something technical and tactical unless you've got the physical capability to do it. So I'm not going to judge him on whether he can zip past somebody or he can get on the end of a header, and we've got to get him fit. So we need to give him time.
So how much time?
In 4 months' time, I'll be fit. I'll be getting a lot more time on the ball, and I personally feel I'll get a contract by then.
One thing not up for debate, his ability to create an electric atmosphere. Almost 10,000 fans, plus teammates and the opposition in awe of history's greatest sprinter.
You know, I've got some guys there who are not super confident. They need to be, and being around him will improve that.
Jake Duke, NBN News.
Edgeworth is through to the NPL Grand Final after an incredible 3-2 win over Lambton, the second leg of their semi-final. The two teams couldn't be separated in their first semi, and it took extra time to find a winner today. 2-2 with seconds to go. It took something special from the Eagles.
It's the flyback of a century from Edgeworth.
They'll play either Broadmeadow or Maitland in next Saturday night's decider. Newcastle City has claimed both the men's and women's major premierships in the Black Diamond AFL. City dominated the women's decider in a low-scoring affair, while the men came from behind to run away with the match in the third quarter.
Minor premiers and in no mood to leave empty-handed. Terry Galavoka shot out of the blocks. With all or nothing on the line, emotion crept in. But when the nerves finally settled, the win played havoc for Newcastle as they struggled to find rhythm. But when Mark Skews stepped up one-handed, it began a roll-on. Then it was Jackson Crawford's turn to lead the way, threading the needle off the bounce. A free kick on half-time was all City needed to get back in the game, reducing Terrigal-Avoca's lead to a point, shifting the momentum all Newcastle's way in the third, from in close to long range, running away with a 29-point three-quarter lead and never under threat in the last to claim the silverware. Meanwhile, just 4 goals separated Newcastle City and Wyong in a low-scoring women's grand final. City crowned 2018 premiers.